Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
It's wrong. Oh wait, no, it's not. Hey everyone, it's
Are you
Ryzen.
just going to keep standing around or what?
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
Oh, Xion is a little annoyed, huh? That was funny. So, here for more Rise. Hopefully this is alright. I mean, it helps if I'm not muted. But yeah, just gonna go rest
Always
somewhere
good to
else,
be back in
just in
familiar
case.
territory.
I don't know. There's a boss fight when I go to that bonfire. I doubt it, but you never know. Cook something. I don't know.
It's finished. Hopefully the others like it.
We'll just do that. I think. Yeah, that looks alright to me. Okay. So we're going to go back to that place. Where was it actually? This is Calaglia. Yeah.
We finally made it.
Am I actually playing as Xion? Yeah, I am. What do I get you? What do I have you with? Some good stuff, actually. And there's Healing Circle. Wait. Do we need life bottles? No. No, we're okay. We're okay. So,
It's funny, isn't it?
what's funny, Law?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis?
Probably.
After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
Probably.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Is this the end? They're acting like this is the end again.
You're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Xion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory. No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, Our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good.
Right.
I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
I would be surprised.
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Xion and Dohalim.
You mean
right?
yourself?
And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
It's true.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissalma too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns.
What is going on, girl?
Xion?
Yeah.
Like, are you okay? You're not okay. The fire went out. We're gonna have an introspective moment.
Where? Xion?
Where did Xion go? That's weird.
Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own?
Oh, I can't even go talk to anybody else. She's literally right in front of you, dude. Like, what do you mean? She's right in front of you. Dude, are you blind? That's not good, man. Like, what do you mean, where did she go? Yeah, whatever.
Xion.
Are
Xion!
what the hell is going on?
It's your thorns? But why?
What the hell is going on?
You okay?
Are you alright? She okay?
Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
What the hell?
Stay out of my way.
What are you doing?
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
Well, this escalated quickly.
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
I don't believe you will.
That's the case. Then go ahead and shoot me!
I don't think she could do that. Yeah, Shion's a traitor, actually. No, I'm just kidding. She was gonna go off her own.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
And, she was gonna go off on her own.
Yeah.
And
I thought
Alpha
for
tried
sure
to stop
that
her.
he had killed you
And then
back
she
there.
threatened him. But obviously she's not really
That
gonna
wasn't
shoot
the
him.
first time.
Yes, I like you too.
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Oh, you're immortal. Okay, that's odd.
Die. So you're immortal? How's that even?
Could have fooled me. You've died a lot in this game.
Tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns.
Are you Naori?
They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
Well, that's weird.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death.
Oh, well, that's odd.
I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape.
Okay, that's not the direction I was expecting.
I want to believe it's all
Thought
just
you
a
were like
bad
gonna
dream.
sacrifice yourself or something. Not.
But no
your
matter
thorns
what
are
I
super
tell
evil.
myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
Yeah, to die. I
If I
see.
burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to...
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well.
I have no idea.
It was only a suspicion at first. But ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis. When the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing
That's why
stronger
it's like.
inside of me.
That's why she's having a hard time containing the
Pretty
thing.
soon.
I see.
I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renis Alma on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Elvin?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Elvin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her
Oh
thorns,
god, we're playing the opening
the true
scene.
nature of which I imagine we will discover as we
Actually,
make our
I
way to Lennox
don't
and
think
uncover
it
the
got
truth of
claimed.
what's unfolding here.
Believe it or not.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's
Oh.
certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
Probably.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
Let's go mess up a satellite. Oh, she's crying.
You guys. You're all
And
so
smiling.
stubborn.
Voice acting is really good. I mean, it's Lindbergh, so
Thank you, everyone.
she's always good.
For right now. In a little while longer. I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lennox.
I mean, we could try some level 60 side quests instead. No, let's not do that. Weird that, like, Ifrit was mandatory, but... yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's weird that, like... Because I think the one in the field area was gnome, because they were like gnome enemies. I'm guessing the one in the water cave is Undine. And then Sylph was at the top of the tower. It's kind of weird.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe,
Are
isn't
we
it?
like approaching the end of the game?
I believe Shion is
feel that
telling
way.
the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us.
I'm gonna guess we don't go to Renan because
Still,
this
it's
seems
hard
like
to
the last
fathom
place.
something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands. So many clues.
Pretty much.
Yet the complete picture
Well, unless you're
eludes
playing
us.
Trails.
So where
Then
do her
smaller
thorns
scale.
fit in then?
That's
Well,
about it, though.
I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all.
FF12 wasn't end of the world.
You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life.
But
That's
most
what we all
RPGs are
thought.
end of the world thing.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian.
Right.
When her thorns went wild, They contained far more astral energy than any mere Renan would normally have inside
Wonder
them.
if they sealed something in there
So
or
you
something.
think those
I don't know.
thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying?
Probably.
But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
Maybe it's Naori.
As for that,
Look, I'm just gonna keep
I
saying
really
Naori
cannot
until
say
she
for
shows up.
certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out
Yeah,
riddles.
mostly about political struggles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has
games
led to others getting hurt.
Have some good
So,
political
Halim?
intrigue.
I imagine the remaining pieces
I mean,
of the
Trolls
puzzle
is
that
probably
we
the best
seek
with it,
rest
but
somewhere
12
within
was alright.
Lenegis. As for what the final
tactics
picture will
games
look
are
like,
good
who
with
can
it.
say? I think it's best
Or
we not dwell on it
tactics.
too much for the time being.
He's good with it.
Right.
We're gonna have to deal with a lot of scenes, aren't we? Yeah.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
that-
you did.
That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
Very
I'm
funny.
being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants.
Hopefully.
I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Hey, Renwell.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
So I guess in a way
Shion's
she
had
is
to
gonna
deal with
sacrifice
so
herself.
much
That
on
was the
her
plan.
own. Even when
But
we
I
were
didn't
all
think it was because
laughing
their
and
thorns were
celebrating,
evil.
she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy,
Oh, Renwell's
knowing
on the
we were
verge of
there
crying,
for her.
actually.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that.
Remember when they
You
all
were a
hated
good
each other?
friend to her before, and you'll be an even better
Oh,
one now.
Man.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell,
Does seem like the second half of the game is shorter, which is fine.
Did you know?
No, no
you
what?
mean about Shion?
Oh, Shion, no.
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from
The
the
voice
edge, and we're
direction's
going to
also
stop
quite
those
good.
thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
No
Hey,
lone wolfing it.
You're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
He'd be happy.
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point. But I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Cool. Well, the only person left is Shion. So, let's go talk to her. Apparently the merchant was just watching Shion point a gun at us. It's funny.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
Was it to...
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone.
Arc.
But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just
Oh, it was the arc
shattered
afterwards.
the wall that I'd built up around me.
Right, I remember now.
Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end.
That's right. When
I
Deadeye
thought of you
was
as a way to
creep
use
to
the
her.
blazing sword and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two. And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water.
Well, that's the plan.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Dahnans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
I mean, you literally chopped it
Yeah.
down.
I think you may be right about that.
Everyone
Yeah,
well
no
rested?
kidding.
Then let's go.
That's the
We
plan. Ooh.
Art for Lenegis.
Alphen, dude, I like you. You're really, really good. But, you like to waste a lot of HP under AI control, so how about not doing that? Thanks, man. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I should probably bring Alphen out when I'm not controlling them. Alright, let's go to Lenegis, of all things. So, are they just gonna open the front door for us, or do we
Well,
have cannons
it's
in
the
this
moment
thing?
of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to
The only
jinx
life
us.
points that matters one. Yeah, I know.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a
Or you
name?
could, you know, just walk on the cliff and
Okay.
prevent your opponent from attacking, because for some reason
You
the
know, I'm
attack
not
has
sure
real
she
life
ever had one.
recoil that'll knock you off a
Never
cliff.
really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble
God,
we
that's a
went through to
weird
find her, we should give
concept
her
for a
one,
card
right?
game.
I was thinking something like,
Fall Knights.
huh?
It means
What?
owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the sky.
Fall Knights? Really?
I like it.
Sure, whatever.
Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
That's a weird name, but sure.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone.
Just gonna
And
ask
then
him
we need
nicely?
to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Then let's go.
it's false, not. Oh my god. I'm gonna guess anime cutscene coming up? Or are we gonna do in-game graphics to fly up there? So I got an airship now, technically. That's good. Anime? No anime? No anime.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
We're in space?
Believe
Yeah, I
what?
know.
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence
Wait.
crammed inside a tiny frame.
Is this the first
Now
Tales
that you
game we've been in
mention
space?
I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From
I'm
up
pretty sure this
here,
is the first
all
time we've
the
been in
struggles
space.
we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to
That's
put
funny.
everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Dahnans feel pretty small too, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
Who knows?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
Really?
In that case, she's all yours.
Like, can you handle it? Yeah, it's on autopilot, man.
Everything
Oh my
okay,
God.
Shion? You seem a little different.
We
Different.
we
Like in a bad way different?
we just
No,
did
not
this.
at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Didn't we just do this where we talked to everybody? I mean, okay.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
I
This
know.
must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life. For as long as I can remember.
That's
They
horrible.
called it treatment. But in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
Well, that's
You mean
terrible.
They experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked
See if
and
you can
prodded
fast travel
me,
back.
trying to figure out what
You
triggered
probably
my
can.
thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me.
That's
The look
horrifying.
they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition?
No,
Unable to so much as touch another soul.
not at all.
Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's
No
your
kidding.
destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes?
The
How is that
destiny
even
stakes.
right?
That's funny.
It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed.
That's a nice way to
This
tie into
struggle
the
is
theme.
never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either.
Writing's actually pretty good in
If
the
we're
game.
doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
Well, that's the plan. I was hoping you and Dohalim would be together,
Is something wrong?
but no.
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You
But
mean
since
since
you-
you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you've finished looking around the ship.
Okay. I guess gotta go talk to Renwa and Law are together.
Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby.
Oh
After
my
all
God.
that fuss he made about naming the ship too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do.
That's what it's
I
supposed
don't
to
think
do.
there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Oh my god.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that.
God.
Seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
It's just wrong. Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. You're a weird dude, Law. Kisara, where are you? Doing Kisara things? I don't even know what that means. Can I go in here? What's this? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You looking at the pods? You're looking at the pods. Okay.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it is
That
outer
device
space.
there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
You're still hungry.
It's a
Yep.
healing pod. It fixes
Or like they
injuries
did it
and
in the
illnesses.
DS version, but you're just as
Oh,
hungry
you
as
don't
before.
say.
I can't believe they
That
changed
should
that
definitely come in
translation.
handy if any of us get injured while we're down
What
there.
a terrible decision.
Alphen,
Oh, it heals us?
was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lennigus, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess.
Yeah,
They
not
already gave me
surprised.
inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Why do you think he hasn't
Yes.
aged?
It sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've
friends.
done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned
There's a lot of
anything on
cutscenes.
this journey, it's that.
I mean,
And
it's
the
fine.
one
They're-
who
they're
brought
good
me
scenes.
along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
Who still has
I
no
know.
name.
But whatever we find when we get down there,
Which
I'm
is
through
odd.
looking the other way.
Kisara.
Main antagonist of the
Probably
game.
getting a little ahead of myself.
Still just
huh?
called Red Woman.
Let's take things one step at a time.
Hasn't even had a single line of dialogue. 50 hours later. Alright, Doalim. Let's go, buddy.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Yeah, I'm good.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has
Hostile
a
encounter.
point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lennigus.
Actually,
I'd
will
like
they
to go
even
too.
know that it's
It's
us?
been centuries since I was last
It's just
there.
a starship
They
to them,
didn't
right?
exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, lend 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 foremost.
Which it hasn't done in ages. I noticed. I should fix it, but that's not a good sign.
Determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they
Hasn't done
wanted
that
to.
in like several weeks. I don't know.
Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Danon. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Probably.
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't
That's true.
exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
Okay, what's
We're
going
about to
on?
land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
Oh God, no. Just no. Sounds horrifying. So we just show up and that's it? That's kind of weird.
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Guess. It's weird.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
Full nut.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Volron's here. I'm pretty sure he's not dead.
So now what? We've come
And the
all
red
this way
woman.
on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
I don't know.
There is
Space
an area
station.
of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Gee, I wonder if Sovereign guy's gonna be there.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, Changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman.
Probably.
Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all
I
this
didn't think
time?
about it.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone. Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renans. The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?
Thinking about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many Renans actually live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's basic functions.
There's Zeugles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford.
Well, we
another
can
guard
murder
down
'em for you.
after all.
We good? Oh my god. Oh, can we like actually fast travel out of here? Just out of curiosity. Oh my god, we can. We can literally fast travel out of here. Can we really fast travel out of here? Oh my god, you can. I mean, we're not going to, but that's weird. Oh, you can literally fly after back to the beginning too. Okay, is there really gonna be another cutscene 5 seconds after the last ones? No, right? No, we just walk in. Dungeon time. Lenegis. I guess the answer to that question is yes.
What in the world?
That's a lot of cutscenes in a row.
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
Oh, this is not normal.
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that
Okay,
much
they
trickier.
blew up their own city. That seems incredibly
Dohalim?
stupid.
Is that you?
Yeah. Can I help you?
I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here?
Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest?
Oh, he won.
And these
It's over.
people-
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
They haven't told you?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything
You're
looks
about
like
to be a
this.
racist dick.
We're all
You
waiting
stopped
for the
them.
Sovereign to tell us what's happening. But so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever.
He's not wrong.
I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
Who?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why
Is
did
that
you
the-
come back?
Mother of the guy
You
you
know it
killed?
can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself, okay, Doe?
You alright? You don't look alright.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of
I don't
Lenegis are
wanna
being
answer
kept in
that.
the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at
Okay.
it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
I doubt
And
they
don't
know who
forget
that
about
is.
finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danans poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods
That
and
is
homes
weird.
in the process. It's just unbelievable.
Very weird.
Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks.
No, I was walking around as her.
Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Doubt it.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
True.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. We don't have time to stop and chat. Let's move.
Alright, let's move then. Oh my god, another skit.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like this. But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It makes you
Apparently
wonder
not.
whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry, that probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
I hope so.
You're right, Shion. I'm sure we will.
The answer to your question is no. Yeah, it doesn't affect anything. And this guy's got a star on. I'll talk with Rinwell, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Well, you did enslave an entire race of
Would
people.
that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it.
You could revolt.
But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Not anymore.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now, this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris House has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
He won already, man. Like, I don't know if you know
Wishes
this.
do me an honor.
They're all dead. Like, we've killed them all. He's the only one left. He wins by default. Come on, Shion, let's go walk around. What are you doing over here? I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't work for a bunch of dictatorial assholes. That would probably help. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. He's using water magic to try to put out that fire. Very poorly, though, but he is trying it. Like, that's cool. Now, granted, it would be cool if it actually, you know, worked as it should, but... Oh, they're healing the kids. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, okay. Orange gel. Oh. Apparently I can heal you. Yay, another recipe.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
So, who are you? And what do you want?
Your lordship.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah, she's kind of the main villain. Doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Has creepy black
What
eyes.
about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the Lord?
He's
you
a
were serving?
Renan. He's not gonna know
What's
it.
with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Yeah, Renans can't seem to see her
Never
for some
mind.
reason.
Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
Oh, you know, we want to stab her with a sword. Nothing that bad. Got bad news for you. The contest was all a ruse anyway. Alright.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Are you alright?
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
Seems like it.
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome.
Oh.
I
that
was hoping
sucks.
to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you
So they
were
have
in
their own
Danica
caste
competing in the
system.
crown
It's
contest.
horrifying.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of
We're
you.
not angry,
with
eh?
what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
You're fine.
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
God, Dohalim, you're such a cool dude.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Seriously, you're awesome, dude.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent. Which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth. That Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given
Weird.
everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
It is weird.
Yeah. That one guy even said his Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been
I
conditioned.
can tell. They're like
The belief
brainwashed.
runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about.
Who is the
Just
person
who
ruling
is this
Lenegis?
person ruling over Lenegis?
Yeah,
The
seriously.
Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
But who is he?
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana?
Yeah, seriously,
That's a pretty
how?
big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come
Weird.
to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
Oh my god, you
No,
guys have never
I
been there.
haven't.
Oh
Neither
my
have
god,
I.
you've never been there.
In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at,
Whoa.
Dohalim?
Okay,
Assuming what I
that
believe
was
to be
answering my
correct,
question from way
it's
earlier.
possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
Yeah, it's probably
But
uninhabitable,
what about
dude.
trade
Like the,
and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
I bet there's
Not if
nothing.
The Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
Their
But
planet's
I
gotta
thought
be
you
dead.
said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really
It would also
rule
explain why we
directly
don't
over
go. We're
Lenegis
not gonna
from
go to
so far
Rena because
away?
it's probably not
What if
habitable.
something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is.
It's probably
Alton
bullshit.
said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent.
There probably
As
never
for
was
how
one.
Volron factors into all this. At this point, I no longer know what
I mean,
to
Volron
believe.
had the power.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis.
You weren't even a Renan.
Not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest.
Who the hell
That's
knows
not
at this
the only
point?
thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I
Probably.
can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity
Yeah,
here?
Volron. Okay, so
Wait a
they're
second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you?
probably.
The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman
So they're
stole.
basically just telling him,
There's
yeah,
something else
he's
the
alive.
ceremony needs.
I kind of
A
figured.
maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me,
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section
So it
of
makes
the
sense
city.
if they,
It could
the only
point us in the
Renans
right
are on
direction.
Lenegis, so they've never been to
Let's go find it.
Rena. Like, they probably evacuated like a small number of them there. Oh my god, what is with the cutscenes?
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do.
I mean, I like them, but
I mean,
Jesus.
they're sovereigns up on the
Pacing
Renan
game.
homeworld.
What happened to it?
And all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Cannabelt, Almadria, and Volron.
Well, they're dead, so something.
Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
Ah, god damn it. It starts a side quest.
I didn't realize Renans oppressed their own kind, too.
I mean, I'm gonna do it to
Yet,
get, I guess,
weirdly,
backstory.
none of them
but
seem to mind.
strange.
Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Danon city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
Redwall, I'm pretty
For
sure
all
this is
we
like the
know,
end of the
she
game,
might be able to
so...
blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
Oh my god.
Tell me, Dohalim.
Holy
that skill
crap.
Of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they
Been an hour
suddenly
15.
become putty in
We've
your
had
hands.
no gameplay.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look
What?
imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and
Oh my
presto,
God.
you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
Okay, that's
I
kind
would
of
never
funny.
stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it. How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a
Kisara's
must.
totally making fun of
Oh,
him.
and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
Bonus points.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey!
I love how she
What's
rips
going
him.
to Alvin and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
Bonus points if you talk in a way no one can understand. Oh God. That's funny. Oh, Balsef.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he was
Balthus
still a
had it in him
dick.
to care about someone other than himself? Really?
Could have fooled
It's
me.
possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
Well, he's dead now. Screw him. This is a little weird. Oh my God.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them, too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
I shall refrain from commenting. They're literally ripping him.
What?
This is Ganabelt? Yeah. Oh God, he's such a dick. He wanted to. Yeah, screw that guy. Glad he's dead. Oh.
Ganabelt was so horrible to people.
Yeah.
Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
Because he's a dick. So I'm not seeing anyone in for Almydria, so that's kind of weird. Granted, do I really want to learn about Almydria? No. I mean, she was kind of a monster, frankly. It's over here. Okay.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis' transformation
Oh,
appear
they're
to be less
fighting
pronounced
that
here.
Zoogle.
Or, viewed another way,
That's
this area was simply
really
lucky.
cool. I mean, Zoogles aren't really doing much, but that's kind of cool.
Pardon me.
Oh God, Almydria. Yeah, she seemed like a through any means necessary kind of person. Meritocracy. Okay, you guys have a caste system. You don't have a meritocracy.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people
Yeah.
here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
So she's just a monster. Okay. Like she literally had this social Darwin view of the world. Because she had to basically do it herself to actually become a lord. Just waiting for this dialogue to go away. Volron?
Ridiculous. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna learn about the previous guy? So he came out of
It
nowhere.
seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
Back from cooking
I
something to
remember
eat.
being quite surprised
Cool.
when the Lord of Ganath Harros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary, remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
Weird.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their
Seems
loyalty
so.
to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces.
I guess so.
And nothing
It's been an hour and a
exemplifies that
half.
more than the lords.
Nothing but
That's what
cutscenes.
makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same
Well, they're all
reason
dead
Velsa
now.
hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you, because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the lords were all people, too.
Well, except Almydria.
Balsif and the others,
Screw her.
they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that.
Yeah, they are
But
horrible
at the
people.
same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals.
They were pretty bad.
Just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is,
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters.
Their actions.
Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
not at all.
Being a Danon doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
Yeah,
And I'm going to
Deadeye.
keep doing my best to make sure I earn that
Terrible,
trust.
terrible
as a
Danon.
fellow human being above all else.
paying us for these side quests anyway. Also, how have you guys never asked what is on your freaking home planet? I mean, really, you guys have never asked? We're never curious at all? Seems kind of weird. Sheep meat? Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, I should probably go get it. Let's get this.
What could this be?
Ooh, a grape gel that I would never ever buy because it's completely inefficient. Still don't understand the price tag of the items. Especially since you're definitely encouraged to use a lot of items. Having a hotkey on for an item would have been nice too, but I don't know how they would have been able to do that. You have to use a lot of items, and they cost so much. It's kind of unfortunate.
There's something I just don't get.
Oh my god.
What is it?
The crown
Holy
contest
cow,
itself
grab the
has
popcorn.
always gone ahead as planned, right?
Yeah?
In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Who won the previous contest?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfried Milgras, the former lord of Cyslodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of
Whatchamacallem?
Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
Oh, he's long dead, dude.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegus?
Yeah, he's
I guess
dead,
over
man.
Holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Yeah, they're
Now
not
that you
alive.
mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegus from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
Oh
And
my
that
god, you guys
never
maybe should have asked
struck
this.
you as a little bit odd?
It's very odd.
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
Your planet's
A
dying,
new
dude.
Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest.
Their planet's definitely
Meaning
dying.
each victor
There's
is
no
awarded their
way.
very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing
There's
that
only
could
one
be
of 'em?
made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely all been a bunch of
You and me
BS.
both. Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
It
No
should.
use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Are we good? Can I play? Can I fight some enemies? It'd be nice. I'd appreciate it. Oh my god.
Doe?
Faria.
Faria.
Okay, hi.
Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was?
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already.
Oh, he won. They're all dead.
Nothing to say? Even though
I know, it's
you were
every 2
willing
seconds.
to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still
Clearly didn't want to.
kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you
I
wait
know.
until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
I can
If
tell.
killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim!
No,
what the
Dohalim.
hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Oh God. Hi. That was horrifying. I don't ever want to see that woman again.
Dohalim.
Holy shit.
I
She's
apologize
terrifying
that you had
looking.
to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
She
Each of us
clearly
have
can
our
choose
paths.
when they can or
I
can't see
am
them
no
because
exception.
Shion and Shion's
Before,
the one that
back in Menancia,
Shion and
you
Dohalim
mentioned
saw her
having taken a friend's
after they
life
defeated
over the throne.
Valoran.
Is that what she meant?
But not before.
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
I don't know
Did
how
you
that makes
mean
any
what you
sense,
said?
but
About letting
It
her
is.
take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you
dude, nobody
can't
has a right
just-
to your life.
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
No, she doesn't.
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Damn, dude. It's alright, man. Be alright. I swear to God, if I get another goddamn cutscene in 2 steps. Is everyone a Death Seeker? I guess. Okay, we're gonna go in here. I know. I was there, game. I saw Magal. Okay, we're here. And over there. This is Civilian Park Zone. We've been in this city for a while. And we've done absolutely nothing. We did an optional side quest about trying to humanize the lords, all of which were utterly horrendous people.
Hey, didn't you
frankly.
find a recipe that...
Yeah, we can use this for it.
I mean, they didn't really try to humanize her much. They say things, yeah, she's an asshole. Which is good, because she was. The other two weren't quite as horrible as her. She was atrocious. That is really cool, like, just from a world building perspective. That is really cool. Okay, I got a bad feeling. Where's the cutscene as soon as I go into this park area? Oh, god damn it. I was joking!
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Are you alright, buddy?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir,
Getting a lot more Dohalim
Faria,
character development.
and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan.
Oh, was Faria like
He
his
was the one
girlfriend?
that Faria mentioned, right?
He was
we
once
get more
my
context
dearest,
on this?
closest friend.
Oh.
As well as Faria's betrothed.
You killed her,
Despite
her
Faria's
fiance.
lower class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music.
I can see why you're
entranced by her playing.
I see why she
I helped
pissed you
her
off.
overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir.
So you were always a cool dude. Awesome.
It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing.
Yeah, I know, that's its home.
Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
It's not strange, it's cool.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence.
Yeah, it makes
in
more
Menancia.
sense. Even if it was also the PTSD.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart.
It was a
And
combination
even
of things.
It only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnigan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnigan had fallen for Faria. By becoming
Yeah,
Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
So he wanted to up her social
What
status.
happened?
He killed him.
Tarnigan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait.
She doesn't
Don't tell me she doesn't know.
Of losing her beloved.
Whoops.
And by her friend's hand, no
Goddamn.
less.
PBR.
She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you,
I think I'm just gonna buy
so she
Noga.
could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
I like Dohalim.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim.
Like, you're not a terrible person,
You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
I mean, I like his character a lot.
Do you think he'll be all right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
Oh, it's
I
an
didn't
anagram
realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
for the two of you.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope
It's kind of
you're
funny how
right.
they paired everybody up. Like, they put Kisara with Dohalim. I mean, not necessarily romantically, but you know what I mean. Like, they're close friends. Oh, that guy was
Alfred.
your other friend looking.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were
You know,
always
like
there
Law
to
and
support
Rinwell are
me.
always together.
It goes both
Shion
ways.
and Alpha.
You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
So yeah, the pacing did go to complete hell, unfortunately. As far as the gameplay pacing is concerned, the story is really good.
I see a medic and
But
supply officer over
definitely,
there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Are there more? Oh god. Okay, that's a lot of money, by the way. Shion, can I buy a weapon for you? Absolutely not. Why would I be able to buy a weapon for you? You like, no, I mean, might as well buy that, I guess. Might as well buy that. Might as well buy that. I can buy that, but I need to sell some things. Oh, that's not gonna cut it. I have something that has like a ton of things. Well, these. Not really, but I'm pretty sure these are like some of the last upgrades we're gonna be getting in the game, if I had to guess. It doesn't seem like there's much to the game left. Whoa. That looks kind of strange.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Yeah. You know, nah. I was gonna say, but nah, let's go. Okay, now we're saving.
Damn it.
Are you?
Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
The answer's no.
I am Lord Dohalim of Elden Menentia.
I don't think they care, dude.
Threat to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one. You pick the
Oh, that's Ow.
Its armor's too strong. Split it open. Be my guest. Resonate with the
Get him, Shion.
all yours, Kisara.
Lightning condemned! Now!
Feel my weary companion. Their arts were interrupted.
I'll take you all on.
You must get like. It's funny, they only got one tier 2 Mystic Arts. That's very weird. Maybe they're a part of side quest or something. Yeah, how about you steal that? There we go.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
Shion is pretty good for range.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so
Yeah,
far.
no kidding.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
They're brainwashed.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Well, not anymore.
Over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros.
Well, Volron's definitely
the
here.
ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
Probably.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Well, at least we get to fight. Oh, God damn it! Why? You're kidding me, right? That's a normal enemy now? The giant goddamn mantis? I swear to God, game.
We're in for a long slog.
How much HP do these guys have? That's not too bad.
With this one.
It's over by the whirling water. Mega Ray winds of heaven. First force.
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Here I go. Where are you going?
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Mega Ray. Molotov field. Flare tornado.
There we go.
I'm only getting started.
In a vine,
Hey, you wanna bind him?
feel my weary companion. Allow me to help you. Resonate with the earth.
That's quite a cool move. Ow. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 indeed.
Commander of Heaven.
Did you get him?
You really make weapons with this?
Well, that's a dark main, so that's good. I hate you. I just hate you, game. How much HP do you have? You son of a bitch! Why? Why does he have 126? Fine. 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 We're gonna be out here for a while. It's ridiculous. Oh, I wanted to cast on Kisara. I should have upped the aggro that Kisara was taking. How do you go heal her? Are we doing like good damage at all? I don't know. Back in the fray there. Better do some damage to him. There, knock him down. Did we do some good damage? Oh my god, he's still got 90,000 left. And what's annoying is every time I fight this guy, I'm gonna have to go back and heal. Uh-oh.
It's too dangerous. Healing circle.
Sorry.
They do the same for me.
Oh yeah, I should have used the Kisara's thing on that. There. Knock him down again. I mean, we do a lot of damage. Like, why is this necessary? Why does he have so much health? Like, why? Watch out, Kisara. Can you use Cure, Dohalim? No? Alright, I'll take care of it. No, never mind. Dohalim took care of it. That was good damage. That was a good combo. I feel like Law's the worst party member, by the way. At least under AI control, he dies a lot. Actually, it didn't take as long as I thought it would.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Oh, thank God he drops like 8 of those. You have no idea how amazing that is. I don't know if we could fast travel out of here. Little.
Shut him down. Commander of Heaven. Phoenix profile.
Flare Tornado is pretty good.
I feel sprightlier than before.
That's good. That recipe. What's your run? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Let's be honest. I'm gonna go back and heal soon. I mean, the game probably wants you to use a bunch of CP items, but no. See how much they cost, game? Oh God, Ignis. There. I love how fluid her shots look, by the way. I don't know how to explain it, but like the way she twirls and shoots and like changes from one art to the next, it looks really smooth.
I'll stop your movement,
And I'll stop your life.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Platinum dog tag.
Those soldiers
Good.
don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
No kid.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
It's just me shaking my head. Like, really? I'm gonna fight 2 of those guys? Oh my God, if you wanted to make a mini-boss there, put a mini-boss there. God, that guy should not be a regular enemy. Yes, please. Oh wow, of course. I immediately get that. Oh, that's that Manted Claw. Let's buy that. She's almost got the same. So let's we need what, more dark mains? Those are from the wolves, I guess. Let's sell some things here. If we can. See if I can get that weapon for Xion. I want to sell those Manted Claws. Tempest Stones, so we have a lot of those. buy that weapon for you. The only thing left is the...
Have you guys
if I
checked
even
your
care
equipment
about
lately?
it, is the slight upgrade for... let's see if we can get drop rate up. And we cannot. Get experience boost then.
Looks perfect and...
We'll see if we can get that weapon for... Rinwell. I like to keep Rinwell optimized. She's really powerful. She definitely deals more damage than, like, most of the other characters. Do I have something that can, like, give you more aggro? I could, but I'd have to, like, craft it. Can I jump over there? No, of course not. Stupid questions. Gotta fight these guys for sure.
Let's see what you've got.
The guy's very generous with the drops, which is nice. But money, not so much. Get some flare tornado. I like that combo. Oh crap. I don't like to start with Gravity Burst because it's got a delay on it, but it's good as part of a combo. Oh, wait. We are getting pretty strong.
With this, I can become even stronger.
So much for a Dark Fang. Yeah, I'm not fighting you. You can go screw yourself. The answer's no. You couldn't pay me enough to fight him again. Am I going this way? Yeah. Oh, God. Why? Please tell me I can run from you.
Do my best.
Just go away. Nobody wants to fight you again. You have way too much health, and you take forever. Also, we should make more use of this. That's the way to go.
Discourteous, Leave the ensnaring to me. The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher. Rinwell.
Frozen.
Hammer.
Now.
I'm ready. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone.
Go. Winds of Mountain. Fierce Glacier. Uprea's Impact.
Nicely done.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Dance in the wind.
Take
Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I would hope so. This is probably the end of the game. Or towards the end of the game. Sounds like they're gonna actually reveal things. Oh, right. Oh, crap. Missed that strike. Yeah, I just think his experience is scaled. Like in Trails. That's what it seems like. Oh, it's for sure scaled, actually. No, stop. There we go. I should get them both. Oh. You're not dead.
I need to be strong.
We are getting a lot of experience. I don't like that teleporter. I don't want to get that book for Rinwell. But I don't think I can get a single one to drop.
We've reached our destination.
Yeah, I know. Pretty sure I didn't get anything. But I could sell those. There we go. So, did I not get a single one? No. I only need 2 of them. So it shouldn't be that hard. Is it because Alphen's not in with that lucky thing? No, wait, Shion has it. All we gotta do is fight these damn wolves again. I think they were the ones that dropped it. Pretty sure they did. Go get him, Alphen. I mean, it's literally only 2. I don't. Shouldn't be that bad. I mean, I like Rinwell to be super strong. Maybe I'll try to make a aggro up thing on Kisara. Ow. Nice.
Commander of Heaven, Phoenix.
Yay.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Dark Mains. Actually, it is quite convenient. Like, when you have enough, somebody will tell you, like, oh, we have enough to go make a weapon. That's kind of nice, actually.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
How about no? How about I gave up on that? Okay, Rinwell, make your weapon. There you go. Can I craft an accessory?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Create accessory. Yeah, I don't even really care too much. Aggro up, large. Not want decreased aggro. I want aggro up. Increased aggro is small. Which one is this again? Increased aggro medium. Nope. Did Kizaru always have a beast line on when she used the cyclone combo tech? I believe so. She's got the most defense. Increased aggro large. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Craft that. And then enhance. Also casting time down. Oh, actually, but I don't really care about that. All I want is the, yeah, all I want is the increased aggro. That's literally all I want. There we go. What does alertness do? I have no idea. Oh, no, I need to... Wait, can I not transfer? I'm confused. I thought you could, like, transfer any skill. Or do you have to max it out to transfer? The other way around. For some reason. Yeah, you must have to max it out. Okay. I mean, whatever. Doesn't really matter. At least I hope that's the case. Yes, that is the case. Okay. Increased aggro. But I can only... I have to overwrite one. I can't add it. Okay. Well, considering... Yeah, there we go. That's cool. So now she's got... Increased aggro large. Okay. Okay, that's pretty useful, I suppose. Oop, why do I always do that? Xian. Can you up the experience you're getting still? Yeah.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
See how much that actually works. Getting a decreased aggro on Law would have been quite good. And Rinwell. I mean, if I was optimizing, like casting time down on Rinwell, Xian, Doeling would be good. Aggro up on, actually aggro down on Alphen would be good. If you have Kizaru, but... Depends on your formation, right? Goodbye, Mr. Mantis. Goodbye. Mr. Mantis, come on. He doesn't move.
Dispose of the trash.
I can't believe they didn't get... He should be like a one-time enemy that should like disappear. Ah, he's going for Kisara.
Crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
So that's good. Okay, well I guess we'll fight these guys. Let's see. Most of them are going for Kisara, actually. In fact, they're all going for Kisara. Well, not anymore. Does seem to do something. I don't know, she's got the most defense, so... Did you really think that was gonna work? I mean, sure, if you want to keep attacking me, it's fine by me, but... Not gonna end well for you. Steal that. Ow! You got the smart idea. Flank me. I see you over there, dude. No. Just deal with aggro. She's got the most defense. I mean, I could have her use Guardian Field. I mean, she has by far the most defense. She has 781. Yeah, like it's not even close.
Make for some good weapon crafting material.
I mean, I probably should have tried to put that on a defense boosting one, but that's alright. I like damage. What can I tell you? What can I say? Oh, of course. Alright, let's save. Let's go. Let's go kick some ass. Where are we? What's going on?
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden
Oh,
Zone.
we're here.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa.
Hey,
wait.
Alphen, do your...
I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Alphen, do your thing. Oh, it actually worked. Would have been funny if it like didn't do anything.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
Weird. Whoa.
What?
What
The hell is going on?
Alphen.
Oh. Old school Alphen.
You
Hey,
again.
Naori.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden.
It's
How
definitely
have
not
you been
Lindbeck
feeling?
voicing Naori, so.
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for. Let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign.
It's weird.
Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they They said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home.
Well, she kept that promise.
I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Is she a lower caste?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same.
I suppose so.
We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's
I
what
like
we'll
her
do.
perspective.
We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it.
That's not the end of
I'm
it.
taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That
It's
vision.
like a memory.
Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alvin was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
Nah, Shion's hair is longer.
Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
Her face is the same,
That's
yeah.
all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation
idea.
we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Astral
Guys
energy?
didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp.
After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Hey, look, we're gonna take 51 meters and then have another cutscene. Oh, goddamn game. Well, there's definitely a boss fight in here. Let's go see what it is. Is it time to get my ass kicked? Probably. Volron, are you in here? He's probably in here, right? Of course, I wonder how he got back up here. Guess the red woman took him, right? Oh, it's your creepy friend. She's possessed by the red woman.
Faria,
her eyes are dark.
How did you get in here? Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we
so
encountered
that was her
outside.
doing. The Dark Master Core. So you can summon Satan. Awesome. Or whatever the hell that thing is.
Summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What?
Oh,
I've never
boy.
known Faria to control Zoogles like that before.
How about the stone that looks suspiciously like a master?
Oh, God.
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handled the Zoogles, then we kept some answers. Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Will they help? Healing circle.
Sorry, trouble.
We do the same for you. Pain between heaven and earth. Annihilation.
Oh, ow, 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 ow. Okay. Kisara, you're gonna need to tank a little bit better, girl. Okay, you know, let's... Oh! Okay, he's got a charge. There we go. Let's save Alpha's thing for that attack. That seems to be a good idea. Oh, you alright, Renwell? I don't think you're alright. Alright, good. You healed Renwell. God damn it, Dohalim. How did you die? Man, he does not stay down for very long. Oh, we're doing good damage. This thing's not back. Oh, you know what? Why don't you, barrier Kisara? There you go. That hit. By your companions, you mean yourself? I mean, the tanking's helping. I mean, she dies, but not as fast as anybody else. Oh. Yeah, like, nobody else would have survived that, that's for sure. Oh god. Oh god. Leave me alone. We should use an orange gel while I'm thinking about it. Kisara. Oh, Rinwell is like dead. Man, the revive spell, like, it's pretty brutal. As far as the CP cost, I mean. Like, the cure spells aren't bad, but man, everything else just costs so damn much. This guy's strong. I mean, I guess he should be. It's one of the final in-game boss. So it must be somewhat towards the end. That was a nice attack there. There, let's do that. Get an orange show going. He's going all out. Oh no! He teleported. I don't appreciate teleporting. Get him, Dohalim. See if I can actually get everybody up front. Knock him down. Almost. I think we're alright. That ought to do it. Wow, that is a ton of damage, that boost art. There we go. Wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't easy. It wasn't too bad. Are you okay?
Now it's just her. Varia, can you hear me? Varia.
She's preparing another summoning.
Can you stop
The
her?
art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Can you take it away from her?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
No. Of course, the punch to the stomach that miraculously knocks you out in every
Man, I
anime
thought
or
we were
video game
goners.
ever. Even though that
Everything
is
okay?
not a thing
Yes.
in reality.
She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Are you okay, dude?
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
I know it is.
We're not even supposed to be in here.
It's not gonna
Maybe it'd
knock
be
you
better
out
if we moved
under
her to somewhere
any
a little safer.
circumstance.
Don't you think?
It might knock the wind out of
In
you.
that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
you? Avakir, what are you doing here?
Oh, you followed us?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnagan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
You had no reason to
I like
lie,
to think
dude.
I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
No, hopefully. That's the
Thank
plan.
you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for
Yeah,
you
the
as
right
well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnagan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Clearly.
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind
Yeah.
all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
Yeah.
There's
Red
no
Woman.
question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
Oh god. Oh god, more cutscene. That's alright. Renwell?
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah,
So you really are
it's
Aerith,
that
huh?
voice.
Yeah,
The
she's
will
Aerith.
of Dana's astral energy.
So, I mean, Astral Energy's alive. I mean, the planet is alive, is what we're going with. And, you know, cool. So what exactly happened here? Those look like thorns, by the way. That's weird.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
It is. Okay. Little creepy. Oh god. Thorns. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was creepy as hell, by the way. Please never show that to me again. So, the maiden powers are the thorns, huh? Is that where we're going with this? Well, that was weird. Or was it a seal on the thorns? I don't know. I guess she had the thorns originally, which is odd. How did Shion end up with them? Oh. What the hell is going on? I have no idea. Not good, I can tell you that.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
The hell were they doing?
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
I've been there. There's just an old man.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing.
And a guy that wants us to, like, walk in a clockwise square 3 times to
So-
learn magic.
Everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories,
Are
right?
you Naori?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for
They're
all
the
these
same
visions she's
thing,
been
clearly.
having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
Probably.
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience.
Okay, so it's a living
If
dark
so,
astral energy.
maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing
So
for.
it's literally the
But
Renan
why?
astral energy will. So it's their planet, basically. Is that where
I
we're
don't
going
know.
with this?
Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling.
So
Just like the
their
will of
planet
Dana.
is literally alive and evil? Is that where
But
we're
the
going with
will of
this?
Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions,
So
don't
their
know,
planet
should
is a
we really be getting
parasite?
so
Is that
involved
where we're
with
going with
things?
this?
Dana's will would never want Oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Or
Cut it out, you two.
maybe Dan is evil
Squabbling
too.
over
Maybe the
theories
both
will get
planets
us
are evil
nowhere.
and we need to go blow them up and live on Lenegis. That would be weird.
Let's keep moving.
I don't know.
If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Obviously.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really
Good
are Naori's
planet.
memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of.
Well, that's the idea.
And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
If they're alive,
That
we should be able
vision
to
we
kill them.
saw, it was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
That we're being
Wait.
haunted.
He might be closer to the mark
Oh,
than you
god
think.
damn it.
What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
I'm not doing this. Did we really just take...
Soon,
oh my
we
god.
might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. As well as my own past, I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I just need a little time first.
Is this the end of the game? You know, this might be the end of the game. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna end here if that's the case. This really might be like the end.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Oh, no. I'm just gonna rest and not cook anything. I know it's safe. End of the game in the late 40. Possibly. I mean, what's our game time at? Oh, well, let's just save and find out. We're 45 hours in, so it's about that time. Yeah, I know you mean levels. Mid-40s seems about right. Usually it's, sort of 50 to 60 range, but who knows. Maybe it's just a point of no return for this next section. I don't know. Either way, I'm not going to continue for now, so play some more tomorrow. Hopefully my PBR cooperates, otherwise, I don't know, I really should just buy a Elgato and use that for modern consoles. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.